I don't assume that he knows anything. He's a fool.
Wow, you people got vexed over this video.
Nah, man.
He's a disrespect. He went to disrespect them. He was trying to help them, and that's exactly what the man said. You're giving them
underhand comment,
but then they're giving them a backhanded compliment at the same time. Like,
it's inflammatory what he did there.
Yeah, he was clearly taking the piss. Whether he was joking, it still came across like he was being disrespectful to the women.
why is it always going at? Like, you're saying that they did a good thing, but you're still going at them. What's wrong with people, man?
He had the potential to make us say, well, this is one of the black men that's doing it that's acknowledge black women, and then he's gonna go and let himself down by saying that shit at the end. He just had to hold it down. That's all he had to do.
You know, you can hear you snoring in the back, yeah.
You must know.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't usually snore, you know.
What's your thoughts on this? Did you hear what happened?
Not a thing.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to episode 52, part 2 of the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. I don't know how this is going to run, but anyways, I am Stavros Boss, your host, and in the room with me tonight we have...
A very awake, big wahala. Merry Christmas. It is Christmas Day that we're doing this podcast. That's how dedicated we are to the cause.
And we have...
Simple Simon's in the room, fully confused about life right about now.
And we have...
It's currently 2:51, 2:52 in the morning, and this is what we do, man. We are dedicated, like my big man said over there, and believe it or not, as unsober as I am, I have a proverb for you, and that proverb is: despite how long the neck of a giraffe is, it cannot see into the next day. Yeah? Despite how long the neck of the giraffe is, it cannot see into the next day. And that basically means no one knows the future for certain. Boom. Bad man thing.
Well, goddamn.
And overseas we have...
Walking in the snow on a very sunny day. Oh, what fun we have, laughing all the way. What's going on, people? It's your boy Webbs. Episode 52. I can't be asked to do anything anymore.
Can I ask you a question, was what time is it in the morning where you are, bruv? Tell them what time it is. Tell them what fucking time it is out there where you are, bruv.
It's 5 to 5.
5 to 5 in the morning.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
All right. I want it to be known the last time. So it's 5 to 5 in the morning there. It's now what time in the morning here? 3 o'clock? 5 to 3 morning. And the last time I had food was breakfast time after football.
Oh, no wonder you're so hungry. All right, ladies and gents, we are recording on Christmas Day. So Merry Christmas first and foremost, guys. Blessings. Season's greetings to all of you. I hope you're doing well.
We haven't slept and then woke up, by the way. We just haven't slept.
Yeah. So let me just give you the little breakdown of why we're doing this, and why everyone sounds quiet and deflated and dejected and half Jamaican. Well, we recorded an episode 52.
What Jamaican sounds deflated and dejected?
This one in front of me.
I just sometimes...
He's a half Jamaican though.
That's what I said.
The Nigerian side could be... What?
I said half Jamaican.
Simple.
Anyway, carry on what you're saying.
Yeah, we recorded... Was it yesterday? Or the day before?
The day before yesterday.
We recorded Friday night, and Stavros put it towards the group that because all 5 members weren't there, because Mr. Wolf couldn't attend, and because I didn't think the podcast was particularly well, maybe we should record another podcast. And I pushed the issue, fair enough, and the guys, I don't know if it was reluctantly, but they all said yes. So now we came the next time we could all be there, which is Sunday night stroke Monday morning, i.e. Christmas Day.
Sorry, 1 second. Mr. Wolf is doing the dope fiend lean.
We are recording late because Mr. Wolf because of Mr. Wolf, by the way, so it's not because of me, had a nice drink up with his, is it your haircutting buddies?
His barbershop boys.
Barbershop boys.
Mm-hmm. Annually, we get together and we have a drink up on Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, and we play 21, which is the original and real blackjack, not the college blackjack, the one that you play in the canteen and in the common room at college.
Queens of Slag.
Nah, not that one. The original blackjack, which is also known as 21, and we played that, the proper one. And if you lose, you have got to take a shot of rum.
And guess who wasn't a good player?
How many times you lose?
Mr. Wolf this time round just happened to have 6 shots of rum, which is not good because
I'm no longer under the dog. I am the hero.
Listen, Webbs, it's the devil's drink, bruv. It's the devil's drink for real. And if you want out of the game, you have to take another shot to leave. So as I lost my last game, I had to take another shot, a double shot, to leave. And there was me and another brother, big up Shocks. We happened to have, I think it was 24 each. So we had to play a playoff. If you lose the playoff, you have a double shot. So a shot for him and a shot for yourself.
Did you lose?
Clearly.
You know what made me laugh, Simple and Webbs in the car, with the way hair. And he goes, oh, that fucking Jamaica drink. Which one?
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I said, which one? I go, Ray Nephew. Yeah. He called it the fucking Jamaican drink. That's what he called it.
That drink is devilish, boy. Straight from hell and brimstone.
It's just because you don't know how to drink it, that's why.
Boy.
You don't drink rum in shots, though, do you?
That's what I'm
On a
saying.
level like
You don't drink Ray
vodka
Nephew
is
in
what you
shots.
drink in
No,
shots.
you
I don't
don't.
even drink, and I know
don't.
that you drink vodka in shots. You don't drink brandy in shots. You don't drink
I've done that. That's
rum
how
in
my
shots.
story started.
Yeah, but you don't do those. Those are not shots drinking. Those are ones you mix with something else because they're so strong. But you are drinking it in shots. Such Africans.
In fact, you're lucky that I scooped you up and brought you to the podcast, because otherwise you'd have stories where people are doing poo-poo on windowsills.
Nah, I wouldn't have done the white boy drunk thing. You get me?
Well, we don't know.
Shit on the back. Them man would have got me home somehow.
Actually, let me ask you a question. Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. You two are not drinkers, isn't it? So, but you've both been drunk.
New Year's.
Yes.
So, if you had to describe what being drunk was like to somebody who's never drunk before, how would you describe it?
I wasn't drunk enough to have this thingy. I wouldn't even say I was drunk.
It was wavy.
I'd say I was tipsy.
Okay.
Because I was very aware of what I was doing, and I urinated so much that it cleared my head so quickly.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say I was full out drunk.
I don't know.
You was full out drunk.
Oh, let me finish. Because I was aware of what I was doing until I passed out. There was no. What the fuck?
Webbs.
Well, he'll come back. Webbs is on a call. He will. Oh, the internet's cut out.
Oh, there.
Goddamn 47.
Hello?
Let's continue, man.
Yeah, go on. See what you're saying?
It's the radio in the phone going off.
See what you're saying?
Where was I? Yeah. So I was drunk. Obviously, clearly, I'm not denying I wasn't. But it was this. I'm coherent, even though I'm acting a bit tipsy, I guess. And then blackout. Don't remember nothing after that. Wake up in the morning. So I can't really tell you what it's like to feel drunk. I don't know. Apart from the throwing up, what I can tell you about is a hangover.
You threw up, yeah?
I threw up. Yeah, I said it. It was either in the sink
Morning sickness.
or the bath. It was not in it because somebody else was throwing up in the toilet. So there were 3 people throwing up in that place. 1 in the sink, 1 in the bath, 1 in the toilet.
I don't understand.
I just know my one wasn't the toilet. It was the sink or the bath.
I feel so ashamed of throwing up. I haven't done it at the moment. There may have been a chance that I could throw up, but I haven't done it. And there was one time when I actually threw up when I must have been maybe about 21. This is going way back clearly. And I was at my brethren's house, Douglas, and I don't know why, but we had a load of drink, him and his brother, and we drank plenty. And I had my bicycle, and I took my bicycle home. Imagine being drunk on a bicycle. Man was driving or cycling home, drunk as hell, laughing and giggling at himself. Got home and I woke up in my sleep and threw up.
Oh, man.
And that is the only time that I've ever threw up.
Is that right?
After being drunk, yeah. One time.
Well, was he still there?
And
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I kind of said it's never gonna happen again, and I think I can hold and I can deal with my drink still.
Was that all you had? Them 6 shots, and this is you. You're finished like this.
I've had my 6 shots and I'm kind of mad.
Did you have anything else?
I had a Caparina actually.
Caparina.
Yeah, I brought the cachaça, the Brazilian rum, the lime, the sugar, and the ice was there, and I made a Caparina for a few guys. A Caparina is a Brazilian cocktail which the boys had. All of us had it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I didn't.
You had a couple of sips and gave it away.
No, that was me.
No, it was you.
In
fact, you gave it to me.
Yeah, because when me and Simple went the first time, when we was drinking Caparinas, they was going on cheap in it, so they didn't really have any alcohol in it. So I could drink it. It was just like drinking a sugar drink.
Yeah.
That time that we went back again and they actually put alcohol in it.
This is to Brazil, by the way.
Yeah, when they actually put alcohol in it, I said, "Nah, fam, I'm giving this away." I gave it to Mr. Wolf because I couldn't back it. I could not even involve myself in it.
We all went to a
Went to a street party, didn't we?
We went to a street party in Rio de Janeiro for Stavros's stag do. Excuse me.
You're gonna have to excuse him the whole podcast, by the way.
And yeah, we landed on Friday, and we went to the street party on the Friday. We had a shower,
away,
and we went, and it was mad, and everybody was talking about Caparina. So we got the Caparina. It was very cheap with a big large bottle. I had it, and the other 8 brothers, the other 7 brothers had it except for Stavros. And we were just taking a couple of sips.
He's got good memory for you. Ain't drunk, man. You're remembering all this stuff.
And we all looked at each other and thought, hang on a minute, I'm wavy, bro. I'm wavy. Caparina is proper thing.
But it got you wavy nice because none of you
very
threw
quickly.
up. None of it
It was very quick. It was very quick.
Yeah.
I don't know what they had there.
And it was sweet.
They had their own kind of alcohol delivery system there or something, boy, because it was. And we'd had Caparinas before that, hadn't we?
Man.
Well, as soon as we got to that street party and tasted them, it was like, woo.
Yeah, this is not a Caparina. I just gave it away, man.
This
I
is
said
something else.
alcohol in it because the one I had was just sugar and lime.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you find out that what do you call it? Them people that do quality control or whatever went to go and test that and found out that it was gasoline or something. I'm serious. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious because it was like that.
It was peak, man.
Couple sips and then you were on fire.
And
boy.
we were on fire for the whole 8 days that we were there. We had Caparinas every single day. For me, Simple, even our man SA was there. A lot of us were there just killing the Caparina, man. In the spot as well.
Yeah.
The spot.
They went to the spot. Meet us at the spot. Innit? When you wake up, meet us at the spot. We had a spot.
And the spot was a long walk, you know.
Properly long walk. I don't understand why. And there was bare other places that was there close to that.
saying,
But that was, I ended up being our spot.
You know when you go on holiday and you find somewhere, or anywhere actually, and you just realize this is the place.
Yeah.
And even if you have to walk past other places to get to that place, that's still the place.
That's what
It's like it's like having your a pub.
Yeah.
You might have to walk past a couple of pubs to get to your local, but this is your local. You know, but everybody knows your name.
But the thing about that's funny about it, because when we went the first time, the same thing happened. We had one particular one that we always went to, but the difference was it wasn't all the way down the other end like this one was.
It was close, man.
It was close, and you still had to walk past 2 to get to it, but it was the spot. We never went anywhere
It was a
else.
reasonable distance.
That was the spot, boy. And that's where we met the prostitute that gave us the story of her life, boy.
Yeah.
We met the prostitute there that gave us the story of her life with a black eye.
Yeah.
She had a black eye.
She had a black eye, bro.
Oh, shit.
And she was explaining to us about her life and whatnot. And I was like,
And it was just across.
I'm involved.
It was just across the road. It's just across the road from Club Help, which is church and sanctuary.
The pimp.
That was the one time I
gave her a
was
backhand.
trying to get Simple Simon drunk in Club Help because I wanted him to try to sleep with one of the hoes.
And the thing about it is, I knew what he was doing as well.
Hold on. So if he went with one of the hoes, would you have let him go?
Yes. I was trying to get him to sleep with one of the hoes because we knew that none of us was gonna let the other one sleep with one of the hoes. But then that day I said, let me see if I can get him drunk enough to sleep with
And
one.
you guys went a long time before this big group.
Yeah, we went
2007, I think we were
2008,
2007,
right.
8 or what? Maybe I don't know. But yeah,
whichever year that World Cup qualifier, Bolivia against Brazil was.
Yeah.
That's just the year.
Oh yeah, because we went to the game, didn't it?
Did you go to the game?
Yeah, we went to the game.
What
Man.
was the score in here?
I can't even remember. We did one hustling move to get into that game because we didn't even have proper tickets. The man that's hustled us in somehow, man. That was the streets, boy. But yeah, so I remember that day because it was the last day in it.
Yeah.
And we had to see so many hoes, man. And it was like there was just so many of them. Like, and I don't mean, when I say hoes, I don't mean women that sleep with lots of men or men that sleep with lots of women. I mean actual payment hoes, right? So please don't think I'm being
derogatory.
Yeah, derogatory against the people. Them, they were actual hoes, like prostitutes. But there were so many of them, and they were buff. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can get simple drunk enough to sleep with one of these hoes, or I'll let them lead him astray, or I'll pay for it, and he won't know. So his heart is clean in it.
He thinks he's got a good game.
His heart is clean in it, but it never worked out that way. In the end, I got bit by one of them.
Yeah, my man kept. You know, I know he was trying it because like,
Well,
oh yeah,
you got bit by a hoe.
Yep. And she told me, I like your black.
I like
Get
your
yourself
black.
tested afterwards.
Did you get yourself?
tetanus shot?
No, she didn't go through to the blood, did it? But she was like, I like your black. And she bit my arm. I was like, what is going on here? That was the time I fall in love with one hoe, innit? Where I fall in love with a hoe, boy. I even talked to this woman. No, I didn't speak to her. I spoke to her because we were just having a conversation about something. And then she went off with some white guy. She was begging for me not to let her go with the white guy, man. I let her go, bruv. I said,
I fell in love with her.
I'm not paying you.
I think we've all fell in love, like, you know that song, we fell in love with a stripper.
Yeah.
I think just change it to hoe, or maybe stripper. And so what's your story?
Let's just say I fell in love with her.
Was it in this country though?
Yeah?
Was it in this country?
No, in Brazil. When I went to Rio with you guys, not with the trip with Simple and Wahala, but the next one for your stag do. I fell in love with that whole man. Hey, Webbs.
Yeah,
Webbs.
I remember
That's
her.
what I'm saying. So
I remember her.
what was your highlight of that trip over in Rio, bro?
Did you fall in love with one too?
The dancer that was on stage, that black.
Oh, yeah.
I've still got videos of that one.
exactly.
Love you, wife. Yeah, man. We went to one club on my birthday. The stag do was a birthday trip as well. I covered both ends, and I think it was on my birthday. We went to this club. We went to a restaurant first, innit?
Yeah. That was the meat carvery.
Yeah,
That's when Wahala was looking at the meat like it was a woman.
That's what I fell in love on that trip.
He fell in love
I
with
fell in
the
love with
meat.
that meat on that trip.
Yeah, we went to this high-end meat restaurant, like, and then after that we went to this club. And on the stage with the rapper or the DJ, there were two dancers, like one light-skinned Latina and one black Latina, and we fell. All of us were just watching this girl on stage.
Oh, hey. I wasn't watching
And then we ended
I
up
was
talking
watching-
to them, innit? Somehow.
that admit to your activities.
Outside,
I went to the counter.
Yeah, somebody went on holiday. I can't remember who.
It was Webbs, and then me and Webbs ended up talking to her. And her friend.
Yeah. Somebody talked to her anyway.
The people that were singing at the time.
I can't remember. I
forgot about her.
Well, right.
I've got pictures, and do you know what? I've lost my Google pictures, you know. I don't know how to get them back, but that is the time. That time where we went on the stag do's, the pictures that have gone.
Oh, maybe God is helping you, man.
Vex.
And they were gone.
They're gone, bro. What's the name of that tune, bro?
Bye.
Listen. For the man them that are listening to this podcast, I know most of them are women, but even the women, there's one Brazilian woman who had a song called Vai or something along those lines, and that was our anthem for the flipping stag do, bruv. Vai. Webbs, tell us, man.
Let's veer off because I'm sure we spoke about this stag before this thing, man.
We have.
All right, listen. It's Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
What do we? What? Because we've never actually spent Christmas Day together as man them. You know?
This is so you should be happy that I collected the man them and bought you.
No,
all
I'm
in.
not happy, bro.
That is black.
Because I said I ain't eating since whatever. But
Don't take pride in your failings, stuff.
Listen, you're all the way overseas, man. You should be happy.
in fact,
you're talking to your boys.
Webbs, I've spent Christmas with Webbs before. I usually visit Webbs, and I think we visit each other.
We go to his mum's house. Christmas. Usually we.
But
pop
what
in.
does the rest of you man them do on Christmas Day? What's the Christmas Day around Simple Salmon's house? Or what's the Christmas Day around Mr. Wolf's house? What happens when your day? Because I got a feeling you get drunk on Christmas Day anyway. Standard. Is that your thing?
It depends if I got work the next day, and unfortunately I got work early on Boxing Day, believe it or not. This is what we do, innit? You know, trying to feed children and keep a roof over our head and whatnot, but it's life. But yeah, if I wasn't working, I'll be eating a lot and drinking a lot, but unfortunately it'll just be loads of food.
Have you ever been drunk in front of your parents?
Yeah.
What happened? I'll stop the story to tell, bruv.
Nah, what it was. This don't really make sense. Me and my cousin at my mum's house, and for some strange reason, I think it might have been my idea, decided to make a big jug of a cocktail. But my idea with a cocktail was to just throw all of the alcohol in there and then dash some juice on top of it. So I did that, and it was in a vase. It wasn't in a jug or anything. It was in the actual plant vase. So we put down on the floor and one straw on either side, and I said, keep going until we finish it. So the both of us was going. We didn't finish, had to stop, and you just got drunk instantly. And then obviously
what was
at my
it?
mum's house. What was it?
Yeah, the mixture of drinks.
There was a mixture of drinks. There was whiskey, brandy.
Oh.
That's harsh, bruv.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was whiskey, brandy, Smirnoff, and then like fruit juices.
So black spirit and white spirit.
Bruv, we
Or
were
brown spirit.
interracial.
And the Holy Spirit.
And the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, interracial, boy. We went fully in, and
Interracial cocktail.
interracial cocktail.
So what happened? What happened? Did you just?
I was throwing up. Like my mum come down, she saw me. She's like, "What happened to you?" I said, "The drink that we made earlier." And she was like, "Yeah, that's what you get." And then she just turned around and walked up, and I was just going, "Blah."
Oh man.
No, I weren't missing. No, you know what I'm saying, hitting target and that.
Target of what though?
The toilet. No, I weren't messing around with that. And then my cousin shit himself.
Oh my god!
Fucking
You
hell.
know with shit. in the
I
toilet.
thought only white
Alcohol,
folks
man.
do that, man.
No, he shit himself.
What happened with alcohol and shit? Why can't you control your bowel movements when you drink
I
alcohol?
don't know, but that was the funniest thing.
Shout out to Webs
Fucking
Finger.
hell. Oh shit, Webs. You shat on a windowsill, innit?
No shout out to me.
He's not having
No
it.
shout out to me.
He's not having it. So wait a minute.
Simple, was it you that shot on the windowsill then?
What windowsill? I wasn't even there, bro. Come on, bro.
So wait a minute. So I'm sure you must have, Mr. Wolf, been drunk in front of your parents before.
Yeah. I've been, I wouldn't say drunk, but more tipsy. Me and my cousins, we've had a few drinks, but it ain't none.
Have you ever seen your parents drunk?
Yes. Yes. One time when we went to
You remember that, innit? Look at you.
America, we went to America as a family long time ago. We ended up in Rhode Island, the most boring state in the United States.
A lot of Nigerians are living in Rhode Island.
I'm telling you, they live in Maryland or Rhode Island. That's where they are, most of them. So so they must have met some guy who subsequently has become a really, really good friend to them. And those guys were, I'd say maybe about 15 to 20 years younger than my dad. And those guys were going in with the drink, and my dad thought he can handle himself. And nah.
Where were you, in a bar or something?
No, they were in his house. My dad was just giggling. Pure giggle.
Did he expose anything that he should have said?
Nah, he was just acting like a joker, mate. You know what I mean?
That's the one time you've seen your dad drunk.
That's the one time I've seen my dad like just out of it, just crazy and laughing and joyful and just loose and what have you. It was funny.
So would you say that he was drunk, or would you just say that he was such a stark contrast to what he's like when he's sober, that it just seemed a lot more intoxicating than it actually was?
I'd say drunk.
Raw.
Yeah, drunk. The drink took over him, and in the morning he felt it, and that's what I'm worried about myself.
But I don't know if I actually see my dad drunk, but every Friday them nine used to get lit though.
Who that?
Like my uncles and my dad. They used to come to. We used to go to either they come to our house or they'll go to Dave lot house, like Swiss dad or whatever, and they'll just drink Guinness all night long.
Yeah, Guinness.
Like, all night long, and then drive home. Like nothing had happened.
Yeah, I don't condone the drinking and driving, but I know certain.
You're not Nigerian,
the drink
As
like
a
madness, and they're driving home.
There was one time that we must have had a party. I forgot whose party it was. One of my uncles must have been driving home. Yeah, he must. He must have been driving home, right? So he drove to my auntie's house because we needed to drop some stuff to my aunties because it was her party, so we was dropping stuff to take it, give them back their stuff. And I got to the car. I looked in the car. My uncle was fully reclined, snoring in the driver's seat. My aunt was like, "I get up! You cannot get up! You cannot drive home." He was planning to drive home like that, fully sleeping in the driver's seat. And I just said, "That drinks are too much, man. We're too much for the drink drive, man. We're too much."
Gold Star Guinness.
Yes, all night long. Like they just used to drink cases of like. That's what used to happen. You used to say, "Hello, uncle. Hello. Bring Guinness." That's it. The night begins. Just Guinness all night.
I won't go that.
Guinness all night. I just don't understand how people can back it. But I never actually think I got a time when I can say that I've seen my dad actually drunk or know of him being drunk.
What's your vice? Simple.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like your signature drink, the one that you say, "Yeah, gang, bring that one for me."
I like Guinness, man.
I thought you were...
It's Guinness.
He used to be a
Simple
champ.
Simon, his nickname was Champs.
No, I drink champs. That's normal.
that was
But,
back in the
like,
day,
If, he's talking, if you're talking drink, like, because there's two types of drinking. Like champagne is something I just drink. I drink it. It's in my fridge all the time. I just drink it.
Hey, you still got your fridge now?
Everyone
Still in my
has
fridge
milk,
now.
and Simple has champagne.
Yes, you must have at least one bottle. I drink it. So, and it's not occasion thing necessarily for me. Like, what do you want to drink? I'll have a glass of champagne, please. That's just, and I'm not a baller. It's just how it is. But
So
Guinness.
you wouldn't have wine with your meal in the restaurant. You'd have a glass of champagne.
No, I'll drink wine in the restaurant. I drink wine.
You drink wine as well? I don't think I've ever seen you drink a
Wine with food. Only with food though. I can't drink wine by itself. I did drink 5 bottles once, but that was just that. But it's Guinness, man.
Have you gone through like different varieties of Guinness? And which one is the favorite?
I've had Nigerian Guinness, Irish Guinness, the Irish strong Guinness, Ghana Guinness, Cameroon Guinness, and
what's the difference between Cameroon and Ghana and Nigerian Guinness?
they got slightly different tastes. Like levels of sugar in them is slightly different.
Which one seems stronger?
It's really weird. The Cameroon one, between Cameroon and Nigeria. The Ghana one was a little nicer. It was a little sweeter. But between
like their bread, innit?
Yeah, it was between the Cameroon and the Nigerian one. But Guinness is I like Guinness, man. I like Guinness. I do.
The
like
brewery in Nigeria at one stage eclipsed the one in Ireland.
Yeah, but if you even noticed, they used to do import Guinness here, yeah, which was from the Nigerian breweries, yeah.
They still do.
No, what they've done now is the normal Irish Guinness. They now brew to 7.5%, which is the Nigerian normal. So they've got two, like the normal Guinness has got two offerings. They got a normal offering, which is the 4% one, 4.5%, and then they went and done a rebrew to 7.5% to match the Nigeria one because people were buying the import Nigerian Guinness more than.
You can still get the import Nigerian though.
You can still get the import Nigerian, but you don't need to.
It tastes different.
It does taste different, but like, the way they look at
the volume in it.
the volume's exactly the same. So as people who look at volume will go for volume.
But I heard if you actually go to Ireland and take it right out of the brewery, and even likewise,
This one's eyes is closed as he's talking.
and the drink is a different level, it's a different gravy. You know what I mean?
Webs, you could see this guy.
You're lucky Webbs is not here, man.
He's finished.
'Cause
His
he would
eyes are
finish you.
red. He looks like he's been slapped in his face.
But I'm doing all right though, innit?
You're doing fantastic, man. I'm proud of you. Well done. So we're here. Like I said, it's a couple of days after the first recording. We're doing the second recording. I'm thinking we might actually put both out because we're not going to talk about the same stuff that we talked about in the last one. It's been listened to by a couple of people now, and they're saying it's not as bad as what we thought it was. So we're going to put, and there was a very important conversation that we spoke on that one. And actually, I can actually bring it back what my wife said.
Okay.
Oh,
Go on.
what did she say? What did she say?
So this is part 2 of 52 now. It's going to be split into 2. So part 1, we discussed if, in fact, you weren't there, Mr. Wolf. So, and you haven't heard the podcast, have you?
Mm-mm.
So let's ask you straight off then,
He needs
and
trumpet steak.
then we'll get it. So you buy a lottery ticket as a gift for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Before you have a chance to give it to them, they don't know you're going to give them this as a gift, but they might know a gift is coming. Before you have a chance to give it to them, the lottery actually happens. You realize this ticket has won £10 million.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do next? You haven't given them the ticket.
To me, that's quite simple, to be honest.
Yeah, speak up and tell us what you're gonna do.
I ain't giving them shit. Fuck that.
Okay, do you tell them? Do you
Nope.
give them anything?
No, well, I would give them something, but I wouldn't tell them that was my intentions.
Okay, let's say there's somebody that if you had won 10 million, you thought that you should have given them money anyways. Like somebody that you think is close enough that you give them money.
Mm-hmm.
Would you give them the same amount of money now that you would have won if it was just you that just did it off your own back? Or would you give them something different? Would you give them more because inside you feel this whole 10 million could have been theirs? So let me give them a bit more.
Maybe I'll give them a little bit more. But it's funny because our area manager bought a lottery ticket for every member of staff this year for Christmas. And I think the Christmas lottery, we're waiting for the lottery to come through and we'll see what happens.
There was a part 2. What was it? Nah, I can't even remember.
But this is what I don't understand.
Here we go.
This is what I don't understand though. Same thing I was saying to Stav, and the same thing I was saying to everyone here. Yeah, you kind of didn't want the person to win because if you're giving them the lottery ticket and you know that if it wins you're taking it from them, I mean you didn't want it to win in the first place.
That is not the truth. I don't get why you can't understand that. That doesn't mean anything.
Of course it does. You said that you were going to give somebody a lottery ticket.
Yeah,
but if it wins, you're keeping that ticket. So that means you didn't want it to win for them.
No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that now that it's won, you want it for yourself.
So then what did you want it? Did you want it to win for them?
Yeah.
So then why now when it did win for them, you didn't give it to them?
You don't expect it to.
Give it to them.
It's not about what you want.
Give it to them.
It's not about what you want. Did you not say you would take it as well?
I'm not telling you. I said I'll keep it, and I said I'll give them half.
So did you want them to not win?
What did you say, Webs?
No, I wanted them to win. But I wanted half though.
It's
Also,
not about them. It's about the money.
It's about the money, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's nothing to do with them.
I wanted half, fam. I just said I wanted half.
But at the end of the day, you said you would keep it for yourself as well, and
I
you
give them half.
Yeah, you give them something.
But you were saying that you won't even give them half. You were saying that you won't even give them. You know what he said, Mr. Wolf? This is what he said to me. Yeah, right. He said, hold on, Mr. Wolf.
Can we get to part 2?
No. Let me say, Mr. Wolf. He said that if he had 50 million, yeah. If he had 50 million pounds, yeah,
So I was
from the lottery.
No,
he had 50 million.
I'm a millionaire. I got 50 million.
He got 50 million, and then he was gonna buy me a lottery ticket that was worth 100 million, wasn't it? Yeah, right. He still want to give me the ticket.
If it won, the same scenario, it won 100 million. I wouldn't give it to him.
And I said to him, "What? So you give me half?" He said, "No."
Ooh, that's a different one now. I think that is greed.
I am greedy. When it comes to money, I'm greedy. I don't mince my words. I don't pretend. I am greedy. I want all the money in the world. If somebody said you could have
the money,
if somebody said you could have all the money in the world, I would take it. I wouldn't think twice about it. Nothing in my brain would tell me this is too much. If somebody said, well, you can take all of it, or you could take half of the money and split half the money between all, I said, no, I want all of it.
Okay, so if you could take all the money and everybody else in the world has no money,
No.
money.
I'm just saying, let's say somehow you just doubled the money or whatever, and now the money's doubled, you gave it all to me.
So you're the richest person in the world, basically.
I don't even, the title is not important to me at all. Nobody's going to know that I'm the richest person in the world. I'm not about that life.
Know.
I can know, my wife can know, you boys right in the room can know, and that's about it.
Better not tell me, boy.
I'm not out there pushing it out. It's not about titles. It's about what
plenty of Nollywood.
It's about what I want to do. To be honest,
don't eat around me, fam. I'll be tasting the poison like Mama G.
If I was the richest person in the world, after I had set up my family, I'd probably get murked. I don't think.
So what's the point of having the money if you're just gonna die?
Because I'm trying. The reason I'd get killed is because I'm trying to do something good. I think I'd get taken out.
But you got enough money. You got enough money to pay off the killers, though.
This is government business, man.
Pay off the government.
Beyond government, even.
Government is not just about money. It's about power. They're about power.
Talk too much about this power, about the money, man. The money's there for the power. What do you mean?
Some people want power more than they want money.
Money is power.
I don't get it, but some people want power more than money.
But money is power.
In fact, House of Cards.
It's all about power.
There's the dude
it's
says,
all about power.
I don't understand people that chase money more than power. That's what the dude says. He says power is more important than money.
Of course it is, because one can negate the other whilst begetting the other at the same time.
I suppose.
True.
So.
But if I'm rich, then my ultimate goal is to have the money to do things. I guess, to be honest, to do things with it, I guess you need the power to do it. But I think the money brings power with it.
What did you think of House of Cards?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was entertaining. I had it's a high quality program.
And you had some shock horror moments in there, innit?
I think there was only one bit that I just didn't expect it. Yeah, which is a spoiler. So I'm not gonna go. I'll tell you after.
And why did you decide to watch it very quickly?
I
explained it to you on the podcast before.
Oh, he said it.
Remember the guy Kevin Spacey now's not been he's been ejected in it.
That's it. So
Yeah,
they thought it was gonna run out, and they thought they were gonna stop it.
Okay, so what did your wife say?
Ah, yes. All right. So hold on. What was part 2 before we go into the
Part 2 was you have 50 million.
Was that just part 2? I'm sure there was something else as well.
What did your wife say? But go into
Anyways, all right. So I asked her. Oh, it was about the partner. Yeah, that's it. So I am going to ask him. It's about the partners. Now, your wife, your partner, wins the lottery, same 10 million. She bought the ticket. She wins. I can't remember how we phrased the question, but do you see it as your money or her money? Or yeah, how do you see? You've been
with her for 5 years.
Yeah.
Living with her for 1 year. Yeah. So you've been with her for 5 years, living with her 1 year. Look at my fingers because I know you're very drunk. Yeah. 5-1, right? She wins 10 million.
Know how many fingers you're holding up?
She wins 10 million. Yeah.
5 plus 1 is
Goddamn 42.
Quick maths.
equals 6. Quick maths.
Right. So she wins 10 million.
Mm-hmm.
Whose money is that?
Our money, bruv.
It's your money.
Long thing.
So when you split,
our money.
So when you split, is it half yours too?
It's going into the joint bank account, bruv.
What joint bank? You're not married.
We're not married.
You have been together for 5 years,
together for
and you're living for 1 year together.
If we've been together for that long, I'm expecting us to have a joint bank account.
Seriously?
Right.
Yes.
Before you continue with this, I want you to tell me what you think these guys, because you know my view on question 1. You don't know what my view on question 2 is. I'll give you the question again because I can see you thinking, I want you to know. I want you to tell me what you think the other 3 guys said. Okay. So, question number 1: the lottery ticket has been purchased. You realize this one before giving it to somebody. Are they going to give it to them or are they going to keep it? Mm-hmm. So, you heard what Stavros said. I think you've really heard what Wahala said as well. Mm-hmm. So, Simple Simon, what do you think he's going to do?
Simple Simon is keeping that shit, bro.
And Web Slinger, what do you think he's going to do?
No, he's definitely keeping that shit.
The 2 of those blacks said they'd give it away.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Lying.
47. They're lying, innit?
I don't know about Simple. But Web Slinger's definitely a lying piece of shit.
Webbs is definitely lying.
A lying piece of shit as well. You have to add the piece of shit at the end.
Fucking Webbs, would you admit that, as your Cody, I've seen you steal a couple of things.
Shit.
So, let alone like keeping what you actually purchased. You're saying that I've seen you take things that don't belong to you. You can't tell me you're not gonna keep that, man.
Bastard, man chod.
But could you a man chod?
Both of them said no.
All right.
Simple said no, but his no was only if it was very close people. He didn't say whether or not they weren't close, whether he was still give it to them or not. But
all right. So now, question 2: your wife or your partner of 5 years wins whatever it is. Is it their money or our money? So what do you think? I said, and everybody else said.
I'm expecting everybody to say our money.
Okay.
Everybody. If you don't, I'll be very surprised. I mean, when you're in a long-lasting relationship, you're looking to build a future with that person. You know, if the woman decides that it's mine and I'm giving you a little piece, then fair enough. But I think the expectation would be this shit is ours.
Fair? Would you say fair enough? All right, you're with a woman 5 years. She won 10 million, and she says, "This is my money." But here's $1 million for you. Yeah, here's $1 million for you and yours, and let's build our future together. But the 9 is mine, though, as long as you know.
I wouldn't feel away, but I would kind of expect the joint bank account to be a little bit more
more joints
and fruitful.
Okay, all right. Everybody but me said they see the money as the woman's money. I'm the only one that said I see it as our money.
So you and me.
This is the explanation that I said. I said my money is our money. Her money is her money. That's how I see it in my own heart.
Is that how you see it as well, Simple and Webbs?
Something like that.
Webbs?
Yeah, pretty much.
It sounds good, but is that the reality?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, when you kind of speak about...
In reality, my money is my money.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you can speak about it now, but when it actually happens...
No, but what I'm saying to you is this, right? My money is my money in reality, but there will never be a circumstance where I'm going to leave her desolate. Does that make sense? So effectively, it is our money, but in my mind, I view it as mine, but I also know that if needs be, I'm not gonna scrimp on how much she's gonna get out of it.
So you don't see it. So you see your money as yours, and you see her money as hers.
Yeah,
but you just know that you look after each other if need be.
I don't know that she will look after me, but I know that I will look after her.
Oh.
No, I don't say that to disrespect my woman either, but I know that I know for myself that I will look after her no matter what. And when I say no matter what, I mean even if she disrespect me in a way where I shouldn't look after her, I will still look after her. And I don't know if she will do the same.
I'm expecting my woman to put that in a joint bank account, but
this is the thing.
But if she doesn't, it's not a beef.
This is the thing, yeah.
It's not a beef thing.
This is the thing, Mr. Wolf. Yeah, I expect the money. I expect the money.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's still her money. You understand what I'm saying?
I know you and your pride.
She's breaking it off, innit?
Breaking it off.
She's breaking it off for me.
Can
Alright,
I
so,
break you off?
What did your wife say? Come on,
Webs,
it's a long thing, man.
What's up?
You said you see your money as your money and her money as hers, or your money as our money and her money as hers?
Ours and hers, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're rehashing the same conversation we just had,
All
man.
right, okay. My wife, I asked her both questions, and she said, "I'm keeping it, innit?" She said she's keeping the lottery ticket.
Rah.
And then I said, "Do you see the money as ours or?" She said, "It's our money, innit?"
Okay. Did you ask her about the 50 million, 100 million?
I didn't get to that bit.
Did you ask her about the family thing?
No, I didn't get to that. That's the 50, 100.
No. The family thing is
The 50, 100?
no, you and your partner, and she gives her mum more than she gives your mum.
No, but there's no point in asking my wife that. I know, and the other two, even though I knew what she was going to say anyways, because I know my wife well enough, I said that's enjoyment for the podcast. Let me find out. But the other one is like, she's not going to do that. My mum is her mum. That's not going to happen.
I asked my missus too, as a matter of fact.
Oh, are you willing to expose?
Yeah.
Expose with a H, please.
She said for the first scenario, she would keep the ticket and give the person half the money.
Does she like me then?
But she would tell them also that she got the ticket for them. She said it's really important to her that she gets to tell them that she actually bought a ticket for them, and that's what won, and that's what she spent the money.
See, that's the same thing I said I would do.
What would the person?
If they get angry at me, I'm taking it back though.
All right, does the person have a right to be angry at you? Though?
Yes, of course they have a right to be angry at you.
You've just given them 5 million and they got a right to be angry.
In a way, they were meant to have 10, but you took it back.
They weren't meant to have anything.
But this is my thing. This is the problem.
They were meant to have whatever
no,
you
it
gave
was.
them.
Yeah, exactly. Which was meant to be the ticket that was meant to win. This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you. You didn't want it to win.
No,
you didn't want it to win.
No, he's right because
he's not right.
No, because you have to check out.
You
what's
can't say I didn't want them to win.
I just wanted
to win more.
No, check out what's happening
your
here.
Your intention was to give them the lottery ticket in hopes that they win, but because the money came first before you gave them the ticket, you kept the money.
Yes. Thank you. That is exactly right. Greed. What Mr. Wolf said. Greed. I said I accept the greed. It's greed.
Okay.
I think it's because you guys haven't seen a greedy side of me. You see me. I'm quite giving. I'm not a greedy person in general.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes to that kind of money where I can actually do something with it, like ask me £400 grand. What am I doing with that? It's nothing. So it's nothing. But 10 million, I can actually buy a decent house. I can set my daughter up.
Who was it that said greed is good?
So as evil is good.
I don't know.
Was that Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Brooklyn.
This one has fallen asleep. If you hear any snoring, it's Wolf. Just be careful with
the
the
mic at his eye, though.
All right.
This guy not serious.
Yeah, so your wife said that she would do the half thing. What about the other one?
She said she'll do the half thing for the first money. If she had 50 million and the ticket won 100 million, what did she say? Because I thought this was interesting. She said that she would give the ticket. Yeah, she said that she would just give the ticket because it's not like she's desolate, she needs it or anything, so she would give the ticket.
All right.
And I think she said something about expecting something back from it.
She's like me then, because I want 25 back.
Why?
Because I want it to be level, 75 each.
I could, if I'm a multi-millionaire, 50 million, and I give you 100 million ticket, I don't really expect you to give me anything back now.
That's your business.
We're both multi-millionaires now.
No, because you're a 100 millionaire and I'm a 50 millionaire. So if you make it at 75, no. If you make it at 75, that means we're on equal playing fields. There's no reason for me to poison your food again. Do you know what I mean? It's equal level playing fields now.
But that was your choice to put it on that playing field.
Yeah, but exactly. I wanted to see whether or not you had the gumption and the life's force to come and grieve about my money. But if you didn't, then I'm gonna poison.
I'm not sure if I was the person that.
Remember what Stav always likes to say, and he says it for women, and he'll probably say it in this situation. When it comes to the money, we're equal, but we're not the same.
Exactly. You might have money. We both have money, but you could buy a yacht that's bigger than mine
and have more change.
Yes. So bring back the money, innit? Give me back 25.
So
show me that you respect the fact that I've given you this 100 million, but give me back 25.
Why should you?
You should even give me back 50, to be honest.
Of course, you should respect it.
That's a gift.
So you don't respect gifts that has been given to you?
Not to the point where I have to give something back.
Somebody gives you a gift that is, to your knowledge, greater than what they currently have.
Yeah.
And you don't give them nothing.
But you didn't have to give it all to me. You could have given me this. This is the thing now. I don't get it. If you want me to have 70, if you want to have 75 and I have 75, then give me the 75 and keep the 25 for yourself.
No, I want to see how your life works. I want to see whether or not you give me back that.
The way my life work is, and this is my take.
Any motherfucker's money if you give it away.
This is the issue with me saying I'd keep the ticket where if it was me. Because if it's the other way around now, and you have decided I only have 50 million, or not, sorry, I have 50 million in the bank. And I have this ticket in my hand worth 100 million. Now I'm deciding to give this whole 100 million to Stavros. Now, why am I giving you any money back? You made the decision to do that. What you're saying is that
I hope your hairline pushes back.
What you're
every
saying,
million that you get over me, I hope it pushes back a centimeter.
Oh shit!
The hairline.
That's fire though, bro.
Yeah, they be making memes. I've been making millions. So everybody can make their own mind up. What you're saying is that I'm testing you now with this money.
Yes.
Then I lost the test.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't
take that shit back.
Really, is there anything righteous behind that then?
No, I'm not saying I'm righteous about it. I want to know. I want 25 back. I want to be on equal level playing field.
Then just give the 75.
No.
Then you're playing games.
I want to be able to say that I gave you the 100 million as
simple,
well. I want to be able to
simple.
floss.
Is that not,
I gave him 100 million. He gave
is
me
that not
25 back.
Is that not playing games then?
To a degree, it is, but it's also testing your character, isn't it?
But what does that say about him?
What do you mean?
Is there something wrong with testing people's characters?
No.
What then? What's your beef?
Exactly.
In that sense, I don't think it's
because your character will be failing. That's why you don't.
No, because I wouldn't do that.
Failure.
I wouldn't do that.
Failure.
Shame. I'm not sure I would do that to somebody else.
Bitch.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You would take the body. That's the point.
Yeah.
Cunt.
I think was it Hall meant to be before that?
No, bitch and cunt.
Okay.
That's what woke me up, bro.
Let me give you a topic.
Let's go.
All right. Charles Barkley has pledged to give 1 million to black women in Alabama
I heard about that.
for business startups.
Yeah.
I started this before and you lot cut me off, innit?
No, go on.
All right. What happened was the election had happened in Alabama, and it was the dude that was accused of being a paedophile.
What?
Do you not know about this?
No.
All right. In Alabama, there was an election recently.
Alabama, man.
Alabama. Recently, there was an election with. This is stripping.
Bro, why you undoing your
He started with the belt, then one button.
I had to take it off.
It's all good, man. You live your life, man. That's cool. Just be careful in the car on the way back. All right. So, yeah, there was an election in Alabama, and it was against Alabama's a very, very, very red state. It's very conservative, like standard. So the conservative person that was up was accused by a few different women of either dating them or trying to date them when they were in their teens. Late teens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was in his 30s and they were like 16 or 15, them kind of things. All right. So he had that with about 4 or 5 different women said that. Now the other dude is a Democrat, even though he's a right-leaning Democrat, he's still a Democrat. And that state just doesn't like Democrats. They just like conservatives. But anyways, he ended up winning. The Democrat won, and it's because 95% of black women voted for this Democrat, and that's a very high number. Most people don't vote, especially in this kind of election. It's a small election. You don't have turnout of 95 people. Okay. So basically, the black population, especially the black women, swung the vote.
So what did
more people voted for him than voted for Obama.
So how many of the black men voted?
92. It was in the 90s.
So it's almost the same.
But black women are going to get picked up more in it. There's more women and more of them voted.
Okay,
so there you go. Cool. Anyways, so what happened was Charles Barkley went to Alabama just before the thing, and he was cheerleading the Democrat. So after they've won, everybody's talking about how the black women have swung the vote in favor of this dude. And he's saying, in congratulations and for coming out and voting, I'm going to pledge to give $1 million for black women to do start businesses. But I will not give it to women that want to do hair salon or restaurants.
Okay. Oh,
He's like, we got too many of them. And somebody was like, he's got an interview where he's talking, and the man's like, stop talking, like, stop talking. He's like, no, I ain't doing it. I thought, how many more hair shops do we need? How many more like food shops do we need? We can do something different. So if you got an idea, that's cool. But don't come to me if you got one of them 2 ideas.
Okay.
Two ideas being hair shop and what, sorry?
Food, restaurants, no hair salons. Like leave that.
I'm very shocked about the restaurant thing. I'm not so shocked about the hair salons.
But do you think, because we all know Charles Barkley, I don't know if you know, but Charles Barkley is a bit of a coon, yeah?
He's a dickhead.
When he says hair,
does your hand have to be inside as well, though?
He's finished. He's finished.
Why is your hand inside?
He's finished.
He's doing his Michael Jackson impression.
He's finished.
So when he says hair salon, does it?
I don't know specifics. So
it's a blanket statement, isn't it? Like if he could be like, if it's a natural hair salon, he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to give anyone into hair salons. But I understand that one more than I understand the restaurant one. I don't understand the restaurant. But then again, maybe because in even though in the UK, I suppose a lot of the black businesses that pop up are either restaurants or barber shops or hair salons. So maybe that's maybe I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but as far as he's concerned, that market for black business people, if you take the percentage of black business people, the majority of them either have hair play situations or restaurant situations, especially in America where it's going to be
both,
or it's going to be a much higher number than us.
Like they have
so he's like, we don't need no more of them. Something else. And I think he was veering towards like a tech aspect as well.
But what he should have said is, instead of saying what he said that way, he should have said, I'm going to give $1 million to women in tech.
He did say
$1 million to women in, what's it called? What he shouldn't have said is, I'm going to give $1 million to women apart from people that's doing this thing.
Well, he said both. He did say tech, but then he went into like, well, apart from that.
No, but he said no. Did he say specifically, I'm giving $1 million to women to do startup business in tech? Or did he say, I'm giving $1 million to women doing businesses, but you cannot use restaurants and you cannot use it for hair salons?
Because you could have a tech hair salon business. Tech can cover anything, really. It can overlap anything. I actually have the thing here, but I can't plug it in and play it. So, oh well. Webbs, what do you think of that? Do you think it's cooning? Do you think he's right?
Well, in percentage of women in Alabama, as you say, have weave. You don't want any more weave coming into the country.
It makes it sound like it's contraband.
We don't want any more of your weed coming into the country. We're going to put a wall around you and lock you in. White power.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like to me.
I don't know.
I think it's a good thing that he's doing.
Let me see if I can play the thing.
In response to the hair salon thing. To the restaurant business, I don't think that's a good thing.
I'm not back in the hair salon because obviously my missus was involved in the hair salon business. But as I said, I can understand why he would say there's a lot of them there. Because there's times when you can go down a street and see literally about 4 or 5 hair salons in the same street.
Yeah, and you can go down the street and see 4 or 5 Chinese shops on the same street.
And same thing with the restaurants as well. And the same thing with the Turkish
the Kalish.
Yeah, the shops there. So I get it.
Let me play the thing.
And Charles Barkley, who was known in his playing days for his scoring and rebounding ability, but this week picked up a political assist, a state away from us.
Oh, man, I'm proud of my people in Alabama. Shout out to Doug Jones and his family, but just really proud of the people in Alabama, man. They really stood up this weekend. Alabama, man, that's my home, and I love the people there. You know what I'm going to do, Ernie?
What are you going to do?
I'm announcing right now. We got a new mayor around the Woodfin up in Birmingham. I am pledging $1 million to black women in Alabama to start IT startups. Right now, I'm giving them $1 million.
Who are you giving that million to?
Well, I'm gonna pick the companies down the line, but I'm pledging $1 million to, because black women really came out and supported Doug Jones. So I'm pledging $1 million to black women in Alabama to do startups. That does not mean hair salon and restaurants, black women. That means startups. That does not mean restaurants and hair salons.
Why you just couldn't leave it as you were pledging the million?
No, I like to have.
Why did you have to do an underhanded backhand joke?
I know. I'm just saying
It's something so good and serious that you would do it for the women of Alabama.
No, we're not going to do a weave shop.
See?
We're going to do IT. IT. That don't mean it either. IT.
Oh, okay. So now he's trying to take the piss out of it.
Yeah, of course he is.
But I want to have other people be successful. So right now I'm announcing that, Ernie. $1 million in Birmingham or in entire.
Cooning in front of his white friends.
Then, when you play it now, you see that it's a foolishness. It's a fallacy. Because why is he abusing them?
Cooning in front
who
of
would
his
want his
white
money
friends.
now?
Yeah, exactly.
They'll still
Most
take
people
it.
would want his money.
Yeah,
but
they'll still take it. Yeah.
But it's a disrespect to him.
Did that sound any worse than I put it? I don't think it sounded any worse.
He did, because the man said that doesn't mean it. That means IT. He's basically saying that black women are stupid. Like, they don't, you black women that are stupid, don't come ask me for my money.
Yeah, no ghetto chicks, basically. Is
That's exactly what he was meaning.
Damn, you people took it there.
No, that's what
He said it means IT, not it. Who else is he talking to?
Which is even more stupid.
Illiterate.
It means IT. What does that mean? It means IT, not it.
Does he even know what IT means?
Exactly. He didn't even know that to break down information technology. He didn't even break that down. He said IT, not as in IT, not it.
Yeah, I'm assuming he knows what it means.
No, I don't assume that he knows anything. He's a fool.
Wow, you people got vexed over this video.
Nah, man.
He's a disrespect. He went to disrespect them. He was trying to help them, and that's exactly what the man said. You're giving them
underhand comment,
but then they're giving them a backhanded compliment at the same time. Like, why are you doing that? Either you got to just say basically, if he said he was going to do IT startups and he's giving $1 million and left it at that, that's fine. The fact that he went to go and attack certain other demographics of the black women, there was no reason for it.
No reason at all. It's inflammatory what he did there.
I don't understand why you would do that unless you're. I want to. You say it for me, Mr. Wolf. Use the C word.
Can't.
Exactly.
Webbs, what do you reckon? Now that you heard that thing.
Yeah, he was clearly taking the piss.
Don't I say?
He was being rude and disrespectful, for the simple fact he couldn't use the analogy properly and explain what IT meant. Whether he was joking, it still came across like he was being disrespectful to the women.
Yeah, it was cuntish, man.
Nah, man.
He should get fired for that, bro.
Yeah, I hope he hurts his foot on the way down when he's doing something in his life. Because that's what I said.
He stuck his. Oh.
Yeah, man. Because why would you do that? Why is it always going at? Like, you're saying that they did a good thing, but you're still going at them. What is wrong with people, man?
He had the potential to make us say, well, this is one of the black men that's doing it that's acknowledge black women, and then he's gonna go and let himself down by saying that shit at the end. He just had to hold it down. That's all he had to do.
You know, you could hear you snoring in the back, yeah.
Am I snoring?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't usually snore, you know.
What's your thoughts on this? Did you hear what happened?
Not a thing.
You people need to know this man is right beside us.
All right, so let me explain this for you. So Charles Barkley has pledged $1 million to black women in Alabama to help them with IT tech companies, yeah?
Right,
but then after that, he says straight after, not you women that want to make restaurants and hair shops.
Mm-hmm.
Not you women that want to make weave shops. You know, when I say IT, I don't mean it. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada.
There wasn't really much more than the blah, but that was it, basically.
So he said it several times.
Somebody made a comment, why is it you can't just leave it at the nice thing? Why did you have to give a backhanded, underhanded compliment, like backslapping people? And he's like, no. We don't need any more weave shops. I'm not supporting that.
Charles Barkley is a coon.
Well, that's the end of that.
But he has got a point there. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, he's putting some money towards something, and he's got his own vision, hasn't he? So his vision is not of nail salons and hair salons and all of that foolishness.
Oh, look, listen. This is the difference between black people and white people.
This is the one that just come from a hair salon.
No, but this is the difference between black people and white people. Yeah, a white person would have said,
barbershop.
"I'm pledging $1 million to women that are starting up in the business within IT," and they would have left it at that. And then when you get to the contract T's and C's or what have you it is, or the small print, you'll see in there, no this type of shop, no that type of shop, no that type of shop. That's how a white person would have done it. Black man's got expose
the thing and try to humiliate
somebody all out there.
People.
All out there. That's how a white person would have done it. They'd have put it in the contract.
Because there are some people that are, that are running
He's a disgrace.
Good business and trying to do something within their life to feed their family or whatever. So
he's a disgrace, man.
I do believe. I mean, if you could just Google Charles Barkley's comments, and you'll find that Charles Barkley is indeed a member of the O.J. Simpson crew.
Which is what?
Oh, he's not black. He's O.J.
He's a killer.
Hey, Joker.
Let me. I've just come across something.
What's that?
Straight best friends get married to avoid paying inheritance tax. Is that gangster or strange?
How does that work? Inheritance tax to who?
I was talking about this the other day.
Who are best friends, have done what many mates have joked about before. They got married, but there was this very special reason. They lived together already anyway, but they decided to tie the knot. Doing so saved them about
and they're not gay.
This is how much I actually know about bloody. When you're married, you get more allowances of your inheritance tax. So if as a single person you get X amount, as a married person you get like nearly 10 times more what you would as a single person. So if they have children that they want to pass money down to, and inheritance tax, you die, they just take money off you. So you work all your life, they take money. You buy a house, they take money. You die, they take money off any savings you have. That's your inheritance tax. They take X amount. If you have children though, and you're married, they take less. So apparently they're old. They look like they're in the one is 85. Sorry, one is 83. Yeah, so one of them is 83. So I'm assuming they're lifelong friends. They're in their 70s, 80s, and they know that they're gonna die soon, I suppose. And he's got a chunk of change, and he's like, "This is just gonna save us X amount of money."
Why is he saying it? Why are you baiting out?
Why not? Nobody. It's part of the law, innit? Nobody can do nothing.
They'll change the law now.
Yeah, it's a loophole. They'll change it.
No. It's a marriage thing.
Yeah, they'll change it to say that you have to actually be amorously in love.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
Or they'll be like, you have to live with your
partner
partner for over a period of time and be married to them over a period of time before this makes it legit.
Then all the other, because remember, this is not a gay or straight thing. This is just a marriage thing.
Yeah, I know. It's a contractual thing, but the point here is there are conditions to the contract.
They've only recently changed this.
It's the same way, like, you can't just marry somebody to get them citizenship. They don't acknowledge them things.
I get you, but so all right. Forget the fact that they announced it. Do you think it's a gangster move?
Yeah, of course it is.
But I don't know if I'd do it though.
It's monopoly, innit?
All right, this is the thing now. Let's say you had 1 million in the bank or in assets. Your house cost this. You got X amount, and it's 1 million. You feel you're gonna die. You're on your deathbed. Yeah. Unfortunately, you've got some disease or whatever. They're saying you've got a month to live, but you've lived a good life. You're 99. You're gonna see 100 and then pass on. Wicked. You only have 1 million though. I say only 1 million. It's not whatever. But you're gonna pass that down to however many children you have. But the government now is saying they are going to take 30% of that. So now you're going to lose 300,000 is gone into the government. Nothing you can do about it. If you married your mate, one of the boys, just sign a piece of paper saying that you two is married. That's all you have to do.
I'd have to be a mandem though. Can't you marry one of the girls?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's no girl around that would say no. One of your boys said, I'll do it. Just as old as you. I've got $1 million in the bank. You got $1 million in the bank. It's going to happen soon. We could just do this and save ourselves. Let's say 290 grand. You would do it to save the 290,000.
Yeah, but I won't tell anyone.
Nobody needs to know.
Yeah,
your boy's not telling anyone. You're not telling anyone. You're not getting married to anyone soon because you're gonna die. That's it. You're just saving 290,000.
I don't want to give the tax money to anybody. The government take liberties anyway with regards to tax.
Inheritance tax is the worst.
I mean, I think inheritance tax is a complete piss taking liberty, and I think people, to be honest, I think that a lot of people do their utmost and kind of swindle certain things to prevent paying inheritance tax. You work your whole life, you save money and what have you, and then when you die, you're saying that, okay, you die, you're not giving your people and your family all that money. We need to take some of that tax.
Even if, let's say you gave the house to your child, you say, oh, well, fine, buy my house off me for £1. Because they take the inheritance tax off your house. If you die and your child gets it in the will, they take the inheritance tax off that, yeah? You can give it to your child, but it's 7 years they need to own that house before they don't get the... Yeah. So you don't... So unless you sell it to your child 7 years before you die, they're still taking a tax.
Yeah.
6 years, you could be alive taking a tax.
I don't understand why they take the tax. It doesn't make any sense.
Inheritance tax is just inheritance tax. They want to
They're
just tax
wicked.
you
They're
all the
wicked
time.
people. They're evil people.
Yeah, it is a wickedness.
It's nothing other than the fact they are evil people.
Because that money, even when the person inherits, they pay tax on it again anyway.
It doesn't matter.
They want more money, all the money, bruv. They're like staff.
Yeah, stab the government.
Yeah.
They want all the money.
You own a house that's £1 million. You sell it to your child. You die 3 years later. They will tax you inheritance tax. So your child, all of a sudden, that house that costs X amount, they say, okay, we need X amount now from it.
This man is properly
Like no mortgage, paid off. We need X amount from that. All the money that your dad left you in his will, we need X amount from that.
That's fucked.
That's why the smartest thing to do would be to take it out of the whatever you have. If you can liquidate it and just have it as cash, just take it and give it to them before you feel you're gonna die.
I would go with that.
So that's a bit of advice for people that actually have enough money and actually think they're anywhere close to being dead. If you can just liquidate, well, that's it.
If you're close to dying,
if you think you got for another 50 years, it doesn't really matter. But
sell your house.
This is the issue.
Give them
people
cash.
that are close to death and they have assets that are what's not liquid. What's the other one?
Fluid, not fluid. What?
No, if liquid assets is cash in it. What's the
Yeah.
other one that's not like so it's like stocks and all. It's not and stuff in your.
I think it was
bonds.
But anyways, yeah, if you got all of that stuff, it's all taxable, even after death, because it's taxable when you're alive. So they're saying just because you die, that doesn't mean you avoid paying the tax.
When are you prepared to give your child a large sum of money? Sorry.
Very early. And that's what a lot of people tend to do. They give their children money, large sums of money very early because of this exact thing.
Me, I'm doing what Donald Trump's dad did. If I could afford it, I'll give my child a small loan of $1 million to help them start life. For me, if I could afford to do it when they're, let's say they got to university age and they decided they're not going to university and they weren't sure what they were going to do, they were smart enough and I thought they were, a reasonable child, I'd give them a chunk of money and tell them go travel.
Is there ever a time when you would refuse to give your child money?
If they're nonsense.
So if there was this nonsense child and you're gonna die, would you not leave it to
Oh
them?
no. If I only had one child and
if you had two children and one was big nonsense,
I'd split it, innit?
You would still split the money.
Yeah, it is what it is, innit?
What if one's a drug addict? God forbid.
I don't know. All right, and I can say as I have a relative who only just does weed, and I would say that I'm in the position that it's my duty to give them money if they need it, and I don't. I tell them no. The same as that person that I was in the chicken shop the other day, and I said, I don't know what you're gonna do with the money. I'll happily get you the food. So this person, if they will need something, I can get them something. And even then, I have an issue because I tell them, because of how I think you waste your money with nonsense, I even feel dodgy doing that because I could buy you, let's say I could furnish your room because your room needs furnishing. But maybe you had the money to furnish your room, but you wasted it on drinks and alcohol. So now I'm still covering for you. So even though I'm saying no, I'll split the money, in real life, what I'm actually doing now is I'm saying no, I'm holding back on stuff. Because it's not that I can't do it.
But in death, you can't really. It's a bit more absolute.
But this is what I'm saying. I don't know now because in my head I was thinking I'll just split it, innit? It's unfortunate that my child is going one way, but I'll split the money. But now in life, I'm realizing I don't split the money.
Okay. What would you do, Simple?
I'd like to think that I'd give them the money. I'd still split the money.
Whether or not, even if you think that it could be potentially using the money to harm themselves. With drink and drugs or whatever.
I would still. It's one of those ones because it's one of those arguments you can't win. Because if you don't give them, they will say that you didn't love them and everybody else got and what have you. Even if you're trying to say, well, you're a drug addict, you're not gonna. I don't want you to, overdose on your thing or whatever. But then in the other light, if you do give it to them and then they die, everybody else will say, well, you knew he was a drug addict. Why would you do that? But my thing ultimately is, I don't want one of my children to feel like they are less than anybody else.
But okay, let's be real. As children, isn't there gonna be one that you may feel less about than the other?
In reality, yes, that will happen in reality, but it's not good for an individual to feel like that's actually happening.
Okay.
It's not nice to be in an environment and feel like you're discriminated against, and you're not even entirely sure why you're discriminated against, or you know that it's just because you're not the way that somebody would like you to be why you're receiving that discrimination. How's that different to being the only black person in an all-white office?
Webbs, how do you feel about that
oppression?
in your life?
In that respect, first I wanted to ask: do the taxes get taxed?
Yes, supposedly.
Good bastards. Right. In that
Apart from the
scenario, I'd probably do a Brewster's Millions thing. I'd say you can have the money. You have this amount of money.
Ooh, Brewster's Millions.
Yeah, the rest on one condition: you go to rehab, you become clean, but someone has to be like your sponsor and keeps an eye on you.
See, that's what I was thinking as well. That you put conditions on the money, innit? Conditions on the thing. Yeah. Like I would probably do something like if I died early and my child is only 10, I'm gonna say that you get the money into the trust fund, kicks in until maybe you're 18 or 21, and somebody else will be in charge of the money into that stage. You just then have to have somebody that you trust to have that, to look after that money.
And you clearly can't trust no one.
I can't trust that for sure.
Take all the money. This is meant to be a nice Christmas issue, man. Why are you taking it down to like?
There's a lot of crackers at Christmas,
Crackers is Christmas time. They celebrate too,
Cracker Christmas.
Let me tell you, I must have dropped the missus to midnight mass, and on the way back, one cracker was knocking on my window. I didn't open it. I carried on driving.
What did you say, Webbs?
I said crackers are not just for Christmas, crackers for life.
Guys, there's a couple of iPhone owners here.
Yeah.
What do you think about this battery gate thing?
Well, we knew that there's something was up.
Saying it
for so long, and people are like, "Oh, were you conspiracy theorists or whatever?" And now you got proof and evidence.
Can you explain what the battery gate is for people that don't know?
I was about to say the same.
Every year, Apple releases a new phone, and every year when they release a new phone, people with the old phone say, "My phone seems to have slowed down." Every year, Apple denies that they do anything to slow down your phone. Now, recently, somebody did some tests with 2 different phones, and they said these are different speeds. This is not coming from the hardware. This is coming from the software. Something is slowing these phones down. And they had stats to prove it. Then Apple came out and said, yes, what we do is once, and they're not linking it to new phones, but they're saying that once we release new iOSs, which they always do with the new phone, we slow down the old phone because the battery is dying.
It's in decline.
And to stop the battery dying faster, we slow down the processing and whatnot so that it keeps the battery lasting longer, which does actually work. So there is proof in that. You slow down, you clock it down, and so the battery lasts longer. Whereas a 1-year-old battery might usually have died in 6 hours. If you slow it down a bit, it might last to 7.5 hours.
So is this why they refuse to allow phones to be able to swap batteries?
This is the thing.
Because you notice every phone now you can no longer swap batteries. Almost every phone.
But not Apple's the one that does this. The other people don't take their time doing all that stuff. It's
Are you sure?
Yeah, because Google would need to do it. Google's got no reason to do that.
What, to slow down the performance on people?
Google want you to use their software. They don't care about which hardware you use, really. Apart from now they're in the hardware. But
exactly.
That's all up in there. Don't worry about that. The end product is Apple have a incentive to slow down old phones, because an Apple user is more likely to buy an Apple phone new than anyone else. Apple users will buy the new things. We know Apple fanboys.
They will do Apple.
Yeah. So to somebody like me, every year my phone is like, it's slowed down, and it pushes me to want to get the new one. Because even now with this new one, my phone slowed down, and it doesn't happen when the phone comes out. It happens about a month to 6 weeks before the phone comes out. It's slowing down, not after. And my phone slowed down up to the point it's like the phone is cool, but I feel like getting a new one just because it's so slow. That's it. It's so annoying. It's crashing now. It's freezing. It didn't used to freeze. 6 months ago it wasn't freezing. Now it's freezing. So, anyways, what do you think about this? Because they're getting somebody wants to take them to court now.
They should take.
They want to do a class action case.
Yeah,
they should take them to court, and they should win, and they should crush Apple.
Take them back to court. Take them to court and show that as a result of these phones being slow all the time, I bought this new version every year and I didn't have to. Boom, give me my money.
What about all the work people that use iPhones for work, and it's now affecting their businesses? How do they not get something back from it? It's taking the piss, to be honest, but everybody knew. We done knew. It's not something like we didn't know anyway. But yet people are still running out to go and do church of Apple and buy it. So it's not even something that they should really complain about.
It's just confirmation, isn't it?
Webbs, have you noticed your phone slowing down?
Not yet, but I do have every once in a while my screen freezes.
Thank you. All right, then. I'm glad I got the conspiracy theorist guys here because I wanted to bring it up before, but you weren't here. Now, it's been revealed recently by somebody that has left the U.S. military or some big U.S. dude or high ranking have left and said that there was let me see, because I'm doing this off memory. There was an independently backed finance with the U.S. government to work on UFOs or to investigate them, like a serious attempt by the Americans to investigate UFOs. And this person has come out and said, yes, there have been UFOs. They've got transcripts of pilots saying, I don't know what this is. Like they've gone up to it, like there's something there, sent pilots up. They're like, it was there, now it's behind us, it's in front of us now. It's like pilots talking to each other, like, what's going on? This is the mad thing, stuff like that. This is all now. Any of you even heard of this?
No.
This is all documented. It's not like in this, like, all mad, like, publications. This is real things. Just nobody's talking about it. It's real. Real. Let me actually find it. But what do you think about this now that somebody has come out and said, oh, this is what's happened? And for some reason, I can't remember why, but they've actually put out the documentation.
I'm tired of people, man. I've been tired of people for a long time. All this conspiracy theory. I've stopped talking now. I'm not. If I have views and opinions on stuff now, I'm trying to keep it to myself now. Cause
are you tired? You believe in UFOs?
No, I'm tired because people be saying stuff for a long time, and everyone else is just constantly like, nah, it's rubbish. And then you have to wait 10 years for it to come out, and then it comes out, and everyone's like, oh my god, they never ever say all those people were right.
There's even video.
They never ever say all those people were right. They just say, oh my god, look what's happening now, and they go on like it's a new thing. When you've been saying it from day.
There's even video.
Is it going to affect the price of Gary?
No,
I don't give a shit. I've got to the point where I just don't care about this stuff no more.
You got to be interested in the UFO thing.
According to the former head of a secret US government program, who said the presence of alien craft on Earth has been proved, this is quotes, beyond reasonable doubt. And they got video of US government. Why is the video changing? But they got videos of the government following this alien stuff. This dude. Why did you stand up if you can't stand up?
I'm okay.
Okay, what's your views on this? Because you and Simple are the conspiracy guys.
It sounds like a conspiracy within a conspiracy. That's what it sounds like. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I believe that there are... I don't think that Earth is the only place on Earth that has life. Sorry, the only place in the universe that has life. But if there is life form out there, they're not going to let us know. The whole idea of letting us know that there's UFOs out there, I think that's just part of some foolish agenda that's going on.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
So you think they're only telling you just because of something else now?
Yeah, no, it's almost like a conspiracy within a conspiracy, isn't it?
Right,
just
Inception.
the kind of, yeah.
So basically, there's nobody can tell you, and it's like there's always an ulterior motive.
Yeah, always an
ulterior motive. Oh, what a shame.
I remember when you sang that song before. I need to hear these tunes that this man is singing. I did hear the other one that you sung the other day, though.
Yeah.
Clean.
Webbs?
Is Webb still there?
Yeah, I think I don't know whether to believe it or not to believe it. It's like what Mr. Wolf said. The stories come out just to appease the masses to say, yeah, see, I told you. But it's like, okay, it's done now. They've been saying it for years. People ain't been believing it. Then they're saying, right, we fess up. We were hiding the truth, and this is the truth. They're like, all right, so what now?
It's like, what next, isn't it? Yeah, what next? Yeah. What are you gonna do about it now?
Let flipping Sasquatch come and sit down and watch telly with me, man. Sure.
Interesting.
Webbs, you're in a I don't give a damn mood, aren't you?
Did wake him up at 5 o'clock in the morning?
We don't give a damn. Feed on.
Did you set your alarm like I asked you to?
No, bro. I stayed up.
Oh. Yeah.
If I'd have went to sleep,
you would
not. You wouldn't hear me. I wouldn't be here today. Thank you very much.
Well, like I said in the beginning, I'm happy we got together. Merry Christmas. I think we can wrap this up.
And it's not just the Christmas episode. It's a year old, bruv. This is episode number 52. So for season number 2, we've been doing this for exactly a year long. This is an episode every single week for you guys for 12 months.
And we want gifts. So, you know, what you can do
You
for
give
us,
to receive, damn it.
Yeah, yes, exactly, as you heard earlier on. So what you can do for us is just rate and review us. You don't need to give us any money. You don't need to send us your pennies.
If you don't win the lottery, I beg, give me a half, yeah?
Give us money, damn it.
Not us. Voila.
Give me money.
Do you know what I watched?
Make sure you look put a T on the end of that. Don't say we want gifts. We want gift.
Gift.
Because people are just saying gifts to us.
It's true. 2017.
I watched Thor Ragnarok the other day. I know it's a bit.
It's rubbish, isn't it?
Do you know what? Mr. Wolf is always easily pleased when it comes to these things, and I know I've just kind of gone somewhere else, but I don't expect anything special when it comes to these films. So that's probably part of the reason why I'm not upset or dejected after I watched these films. I thought Thor was pretty good. I thought it was better than part 2, which I thought was crap. But I thought it was pretty good, man.
Damn right, it was rubbish.
Part 2 was so
that's
bad.
the worst.
Probably the worst Marvel film, isn't it?
Yeah, worst MCU film.
In the new versions of the Marvel films.
Yeah, but I thought this one. I think that Hulk was a bit too vocal for me, but other than that, I thought that Thor was good. And with Warner Brothers, right? Warner Brothers is looking to take over Fox.
No. Disney.
Or
Disney.
They've
already done it.
They've done it.
So
it's gone through. The government have allowed it to happen, and this basically
no.
means
It's still pending government, but
with the Monopolies Commission.
Yeah.
So basically,
he's right, but they'll let it go through.
It basically means that the studios of Marvel and the X-Men could actually come together.
Look good. They I cannot see why they wouldn't involve X-Men and the Fantastic Four into the MCU in some point, because
Spider-Man's already there now.
We're looking at Infinity, but that's with Sony, so that's actually still got nothing to do with Fox. We're looking at it like, oh, Infinity Wars is there and that kind of rounding things up, but it's not. They've got another X amount of years worth of Marvel films that they got in the pipeline, so at some point they're going to include this in. But what somebody did say was, because Disney, who own MCU, which is the Marvel Universe, which is Thor, Avengers, Black Panther that's coming out now, Iron Man, etc. And Fox owned X-Men and Fantastic Four. Sony owns Spider-Man, but they're linked up with Disney to do this thing. Sorry if that's a lot of in the weeds. But Disney only do PG films or 12 films. 15 or whatever at the tops. They don't do R-rated, which is the American 18. Disney do not make R-rated films. Now, one of the things that they purchased from Fox is, what's this dude again? Deadpool, which is obviously it's an R-rated film. Now, obviously,
which was pretty good.
Which was good, which is why they greenlit the second one, and the second one is being filmed as we speak, it's wrapped up. They're going to release that. Now, Disney, of course, is going to release it. This is what somebody said. Of course, they're going to release it. They know they've got money, whatever. But if Disney owned the rights to, what's his name again? Deadpool. Would there have ever been a Deadpool film in the first place? And if there was, would they have ever let it be like that? Because there are no R-rated Disney films.
I think that the amalgamation or the union happened at the right time. So I don't think that they would have made a Deadpool.
They wouldn't.
I don't think so. But now that it's come...
And Logan.
Because for me, Logan is probably in the top 3 or 4 of the best Marvel films, in my opinion. I thought that last Logan
best,
film,
like superhero films,
so good. So good.
Logan is one of the top.
Logan is better than Batman. Just behave yourself.
Which one?
Top 3
I said
or 4,
one of D.
bruv. Top 3 or 4.
One of D.
You said the best.
No, you can listen to it.
Top 3 or 4.
It's not. It's not.
I think, well, for me, Mr. Wolf, I think that the last Logan film with his daughter, for me, I loved every part of that film.
Listen, it goes The Dark Knight. That's it, yeah? Simple and plain.
Yeah,
it goes Winter Soldier. Simple and plain.
It's not simple and plain.
It goes Civil War. Simple and plain.
No.
Then it goes Batman Begins. Simple and plain. Then it goes Batman, the last Batman. Anyone, in fact, all Nolan's one could be 1, 2, and 3, to be honest. But I'm just giving Civil War and what's it called, The Blight, because of the epicness of those films. But none of them are better than Batman, The Dark Knight. Batman Begins is fantastic as well. And then the last one with, the only reason that the last one doesn't get the praise and glory that it was is because the second one was so good. Because Bane was a bad man. Bane was a bad man. Tom Hardy was gangster.
If you could understand what he was saying.
He said,
gladly accepted.
Exactly. You know, exactly. Let's go back to that thing we were talking about with the money and the power. And the man, the rich man that thought he had power. And the man, Bane put his hand on his shoulder and said, you think you have power here? And the man was shook to death. What do you mean? Come on. Listen, Logan's not touching them films.
Go watch Logan.
I've watched Logan twice.
Logan is
It's not touching those films.
Go look
the
at
only reason Logan was even gangster was because Xavier was a bit fruity in there.
And do you know what? Because some people say that in the top 3 superhero films is who's that M. Shyamalan film?
Mr.
Unbreakable.
I watched that the other day.
Unbreakable, they say, is in the top 3 superhero films.
And it's not.
And that's like proper critics.
And it's not though. I watched that the other day. For one, it's too short.
Samuel Jackson one, yeah?
Yeah.
With Samuel Jackson
it's too short.
Bruce Willis,
so wicked.
And there's holes in it that I was like,
How is that too short?
I thought it was, I don't know, surely it's like an hour and 45.
I thought it was too short.
Or something.
I thought there's more to be fleshed out.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't realize it was a superhero movie. I watched it and I never knew it was a superhero.
Of course, it's a superhero movie.
I didn't know.
I think.
How can you not watch that film and not know it's a superhero movie?
Heads knew
106 minutes. Hour
30 something.
Yeah.
Hour 40. Hour 46 minutes.
That's not a lot.
It's
not short.
That's
though.
fine.
For these new films that's out, it's short, man.
But it's not new anymore, is it?
But as I'm saying, these films,
Yeah,
for me, I
didn't know it was a superhero movie. I just thought it was one of those weird stories where one guy's brittle and the other guy doesn't happen to be just super strong.
Call me Mr. Glass. I said it was a good film. I'm not disputing it's not a good film, but it's not better than Dark Knight.
I mean, but in regards to the DC films, you've got those Dark Knight films, and then that is it.
No, the original Batman is a wicked film as well. The first Batman is so good.
It's not the original. It's
okay,
Batman
sorry. The Tim Burton version of Batman is so good.
The one with Jack Nicholson.
Yes,
Jack Nicholson.
And I mean, so good.
Maybe,
and I'm not just talking about the way the film.
I'm talking about in maybe the new generation.
And I'm not talking about just.
Films.
I'm not just
How
talking
you
about.
mean, man? Justice League was wicked.
Oh, that's crap. And I'm just talking about just the with that Batman there. I'm talking about the acting was fantastic, but the set designs was fantastic in that film.
Did they win any awards?
Beautiful.
Any awards?
I don't know if they won the awards for that. Well, no, Prince won an award.
It won good award for set design.
Prince won an award for the soundtrack.
You sure?
For the soundtrack.
Yeah, Prince won an award for.
I can't believe you said Justice League. Infinity War's trailer was better than Justice League.
I was joking, man.
I know.
Do you know what? A friend,
the Justice League, the whole movie.
You know how bad Justice League was? I knew it was going to be rubbish when I went in, and it was still as bad as. You know, sometimes when you think something's going to be really
Did you
bad.
rate Superman though? Did you rate Man of Steel?
Man of Steel was alright. Apart from
okay.
the last, the fight scene was a bit. It was a bit.
Did you
manic.
rate Batman vs Superman?
No.
It's Schneider, you know. Your guy Schneider's he's rubbish.
Yeah,
Why is he his guy?
Because he loves 300, isn't it? And he's the one that made 300.
Yeah.
And then because he made 300, now they're just making him do it
Yeah,
all
but
in
it's
his
only that and the other one. What's the other one he did again? The other superhero film he did.
What? Which other one?
He did.
Did you do Watchmen as well?
Yeah, he did Watchmen.
Okay, fair enough. Watchmen,
and he did.
Watchmen is the top one.
And he did.
Watchmen. If you're talking about the best adaptation,
What's Kaiser
Watchmen
Soze film?
is the best. Usual Suspects.
He did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good man.
What the guy that done
Can you
Watchmen did? What's that other?
300
film?
and Usual Suspects.
What's that other one?
And he did Sucker Punch. That film I fell asleep in the cinema.
Did he do Sin City? The guy that done Watchmen.
No,
I didn't do
the
Sin
dude
City.
that wrote it, I think, wrote them both. No. In fact, no. That's even a lie. Sorry,
I like Sin City.
No. He
But-
didn't do Sin City.
But Sin City 2 is rubbish.
For scene adaptation, there's no film that is better than Watchmen.
Yeah, they said that. It's
Yeah.
just exactly the same.
It is.
Very
I've
true.
read the comic and it is scene for scene exactly the same.
graphic novel.
Whatever. It was exactly the same. Batman the Dark Knight was a graphic novel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like my sister has, I think she's watched maybe one of the superhero films, yeah, and she says, Mr. Wolf, if I was to watch, or if you was to tell me which order to watch all of these films in, what would it be? Because there is a particular order that
You're talking about the MCU one.
the
Marvel ones.
the Marvel films.
Oh, you start with Iron Man.
You start with Iron Man 1 and 2. So if you Google it, you will actually find it. You will actually find it's Marvel, Iron Man 1, and then Iron Man 2, and then it kind of like goes down to
Iron Man 1 set it up. So,
in fact, I've
so
got it
well.
here. Hold on. I've got Iron Man, which came out in 2008, Iron Man 2, then The Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America First Avenger, which is bad.
What? No, it's not.
The first one you're talking about.
It's
I
doo-doo.
like boy. Personally, I like
It's
it.
not doo-doo. It's just not.
It's crap, man.
Then it goes on to Marvel Avengers. Yeah, Captain America 3, Thor
3
Dark
or 2?
World. Sorry, Iron Man 3. What am I talking about? Guardians of the Galaxy. Then it says go to Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2 before you go to Captain America Winter Soldier. Yeah.
That's not the order. That's not the order, though.
They're saying that this is the actual order. It's not the order of the films that actually came out,
It's the
but it's the
of
order that
how
you
they
should
work.
watch it.
What about Ant-Man? Where's Ant-Man?
Ant-Man is, well, they say after Winter Soldier, you should go to Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, then Doctor Strange, Captain America Civil War, Spider-Man, and then Thor Ragnarok. And that does not include the actual TV series of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Daredevil,
and Carter, I think.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, but those ones are not part of the.
Jessica
Them are not part of
Jones.
the MCU.
Has
Yeah,
anyone seen the Jessica Jones?
That's
Yeah, yeah.
good.
Yeah?
Jessica Jones is good.
And you've had
seen
time
it?
to watch them.
It's not better than
I watched them
Daredevil.
when
The
they first
guy
came out.
that has no time to watch anything.
Daredevil's the best one still.
Yeah, but how many episodes is it? Like 8 episodes.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but yeah, Jessica Jones was good. Daredevil was better.
Who? Someone explained to me who Jessica Jones is.
She's Luke Cage's
Wala,
wife.
would you say Daredevil's better than Punisher?
Yes. Punisher's probably the second best one now.
I still haven't seen Punisher.
Punisher's what?
Because I'm trying to get through the. You know what? Because they made such a big deal about what's the black dude's one?
Luke Cage.
They made
Luke Cage was the problem with Luke Cage.
they made such a big deal about it on the social media. All my bedrooms
No,
and I was
it
and I
was-
can't finish watching it.
the
Me and my
problem
wife
with Luke
we're
Cage
trying to. And we
is
can't
that it
finish
was too many episodes. They should have stopped it after a particular moment that hopefully you'll get to, and not
How many
carrying on after
episodes
that.
in the season?
There's about
one?
17 of that one in
You
Luke Cage or something like that.
kidding
There was like a
me, bruv.
ridiculous amount.
I
I
don't
can't-
think it can't be that
It
many,
weren't
man.
that many. It
It
weren't
was
that
a lot.
many.
It was a lot.
I
It
think
was a
probably
lot.
like 10 or 12.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. That's why I'm saying it was too many.
All right, we'll see.
Damn, that's a lot, man. But yeah, Luke Cage comes kind of in terms of the whole lot films and TV series.
13.
Comes
then
just
it was
after
too
Doctor
many.
Strange, and then after Luke Cage season 1, watch Captain America Civil War.
You don't
I
need to
actually
watch
watched.
all the Netflix programs to do anything to do with
I
the
actually
films.
watched. I actually love the Civil War film.
Don't waste your time on the Danny Rand story. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
you know who I just noticed is Danny Rand is? You remember you watch Game of Thrones, innit?
Yeah.
Mm.
Right, you know the gay one that Stannis' brother. You know Stannis' brother's gay, innit?
Yeah.
And he's got the lover.
Yeah.
That's him.
Hold on,
That's
hold on.
Danny
hold on.
Rand.
Stannis'
Stannis' brother. No, his brother. Remley.
Yeah,
Remley's gay, and he's with that
see.
guy that he's his lover.
yeah.
That's Luke. Iron Fist. Sorry,
Okay.
I clocked it today. I was like, hey, who's that? I know that guy.
I want to watch
Iron
Luke
Fist.
Cage and Iron Fist before I go to the one day.
Please don't watch Iron Fist.
and
Don't
the-
waste your time.
Is it the Defenders?
Why are
Is
you
it?
watching
Defenders.
these TV series when they're not finished?
They're finished.
The series is finished.
No, but like the whole.
But they
like,
kind of
series
linked.
1
No,
and 2.
because unlike these ones you're talking about, these are linked. So they had Daredevil, then Jessica Jones, then Luke Cage, then Iron Fist, and then Iron Fist was the last one.
They're 2 seasons of Daredevil.
No, it doesn't matter, man. They did that, and then they did the one where they're all in it. And for me to watch the one where they're all in it before I watch all the others,
No, it matters. The sequence matters.
Yeah, but the point is that is the actual point I'm trying to make without you cutting me off. I need to for me to watch them, like the one that come out last. I have to watch the one beforehand for me to make it to be a completist, because otherwise there's just going to be bits that I just don't understand.
Okay, cool.
All right, that's why. Anyway, what are you judging me? Don't judge me.
Don't judge me.
All right,
God damn it.
we're gonna wrap this one up.
Are we?
Yep,
Yes.
it's a quick one. I drove you all the way down here just for a short episode.
It sounds like it's only been going for about an hour.
Well, you would sleep for half of it. So
This is what God feel like. Yeah.
Let's do our church notes and our goodbyes. If you did have anything you wanted to add on, by all means, that you can add that on, and we'll discuss it just before you go.
That's who?
Kendrick Lamar.
It's a guy for like.
At Big Wahala on Twitter.
I'm just
Big
looking
Wahala on
at
Insta.
him with like amazement.
Later on, people, have a Merry Christmas.
Simple Simon, I'm out this biatch. You heard?
Big tune.
Webbs.
I am a sinner. I'm probably gonna sin again.
Lord forgive me.
That's it.
Lord
It's your
forgive
boy
me.
Webbs. Insta, DJ Webbs, Twitter, DJ Webslinger. Season's greetings to one and all. We'll see you on the other side.
Mr. Wolf.
AKA Mr. Wolf on Instagram, AKA _ Mr. Wolf on Twitter. I had a few interactions on Twitter recently, which was nice. Yeah.
Sometimes I want to be alone.
Ah, yeah, about the Insecure episode.
Yeah, that's right. I had to kind of break it down why it was okay or why it wasn't such a big deal for my man to bust a nut in her face. He didn't do it on purpose, it was by accident. You get me? Basically, what I said is that he was laying back and she had her hand, she was leaning over him, so he was in a submissive position. You know, so when you're in a submissive position, contrary to a position where you are when you're standing up and you're kind of the aggressor when you're getting a blowjob, he's in a submissive position and he gave her a fair warning. And by the time that she kind of took her mouth away, he busted her face. He didn't intentionally bust in her face, but he just busted her face.
He did.
You think so?
Yeah, I hope so.
But it's not a big deal. Some for it was.
All right. Once again, thank you guys. Merry Christmas, everyone listening. I am Stavros Boss. You can catch me at Stavros Boss everywhere. Stavros Says this week is for you to, or this part of this week is for you to check out an artist called PJ. That's Papa Juliet, PJ, just the initials. And she's an up and coming singer. She's written for a lot of people, and I think she's done some hooks and whatnot. But she released the EP a couple of years ago, which I've been banging for those 2 years, and she hasn't blown up like I think she should. She's one of those artists I think in a couple of years everyone's going to be like, oh yeah, she's great. So she's got an EP called Walking Around the Pools and an album that she released I think last year called Rare, and artist name is PJ. So just give her a listen and shout me out on social media and let me know what you think, if you think she's any good, or if you're saying Stavros. Usually you come correct with something, but this one is a bit of a nonsense, so let me know. And you can do that with the hashtag ESNPod. That's hashtag ESNPod. And you can send that to either me or you can send it to our collective Twitter account, which is at ESN Podcast, or our collective Instagram account, which is at ESN Podcast, or our Facebook. Just search for Eloquently Saying Nothing. You'll find us there. Or you can email us at esnpodcast@gmail.com and let us know whatever you want. Merry Christmas, second time around, part 2. We're all here. We made it. We're alive. We're healthy. We're blessed.
52 weeks in.
Yeah, second time around. We're blessed. We're highly favored. I think we had a good year. Just in general, outside of the podcast, we had a good year.
And look forward to season 3.
If we split it like that, I don't know. We'll see. But
we'll see what happens.
We had a good year. I'm grateful that I know you guys. I'm grateful that we did it every week, because like there's not every podcast get together every week and get to do it.
I want to go home.
That's cool. While I'm trying to say something nice about you.
I want to go home.
It is now 4:27 in the AM.
You're dragging it out. Say goodbye. Let's go, please. Bye, everyone.
I love you guys.
From South Africa at 6:30 in the morning. If you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Slagfest is not just for Christmas. It's for life.
It's for life.
It's for life. It's for life. Peace.
Sometimes I wanna be alone.
And
Bitch,
I wonder.
Bitch, don't you
know?
All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead.